Hello, students. Mrs. Wright here. We've got our final read aloud for our nursery rhyme section. And today I have some great questions for you. Have you ever seen this type of animal before? What is in this picture? Have you ever seen an animal like this? It is called a hare or a rabbit, right? It's very similar to a rabbit, but a different name for it is a hare. Good. Repeat that word with me. Hare, kind of like your hair on your head. This is a rabbit called a hare. Hares have longer ears than rabbits, and they're usually a little bit faster. All right, ready for this one? What is this? A tortoise, right? Or a turtle. This is an animal similar to a turtle, but it's called a tortoise. Repeat that word with me. Tortoise. Good. A tortoise can be quite a bit larger than a turtle. And turtles spend most of their time in the water, but a tortoise likes to live on land. They move and crawl very slowly when they are on land. Which animal do you think would be faster? We are going to read a story, another fable. Remember, a fable usually has a lesson to learn between a tortoise and a hare. Who do you think will win? Make a prediction. Keep that in your mind. All right, here we go. We want to do our vocabulary words. This story has 3 new words. The first word is boasting. Say that with me. Boasting. That's like bragging. The swimmer was boasting about winning first place. It's kind of like bragging about something, right? Okay, the second word is the word darted. It means to move suddenly. Move suddenly. The dog darted across the street. The last word is steadily, moving continuously at the same pace or same speed. She worked steadily, hoping to finish her homework before dinner. All right, here we go. Are you ready for the story? All right. There once was a hare who was always boasting or bragging about how fast he was. He never got tired of telling the other animals how fast he was and how slow they were. The hare was especially boastful when talking to the tortoise. "What a slow fellow you are," he said to the tortoise. One day, "I really feel sorry for you having to creep along like that." Creep, creep, creep. That means to move very slowly and close to the ground. "It must take you all afternoon just to cross the field." The tortoise was not amused. "You may be fast," said the tortoise, "but I'll bet I could beat you in a race." "Ha, ha, ha," said the hare. "That's hilarious. You must be joking. A race between me and you wouldn't even be close." The tortoise replied, "Well then, let's try. Suppose we race to the foot of the mountain." "Sure thing," said the hare. The other animals gathered around to watch the race. "Ready?" said the squirrel. "Set," said the mouse. "Go," said the raccoon. The hare darted off quickly. Remember, darted means move suddenly, and ran so far ahead that he was almost completely out of sight. The tortoise set off too, moving slowly but steadily, or at the same speed. After he had gone about halfway to the mountainside, the hare looked back. He saw that the tortoise was so far behind that it seemed he would never catch up. "This is not much of a race," sniffed the hare. Since it seemed to him that the race was already won, the hare decided to stop and take a little break or a rest. He nibbled some carrots and some lettuce. He chatted with some friends. All the while, the tortoise kept moving slowly but steadily. What do you think is going to happen? The hare looked back again and saw that he was still way out ahead, so he laid down in the pumpkin patch, closed his eyes, and pretended he was sleeping. He didn't really mean to go to sleep. He just wanted to show the tortoise that he could take a little nap and still win the race. But it was a warm day, and it wasn't long before the hare began to feel very sleepy. Eventually, he nodded off and began to snore. What do you think is going to happen? While the hare was napping, the tortoise kept moving, slowly but steadily. He wasn't fast, but he kept going, right? Nice and steady. After 15 minutes, he crawled right past the sleeping hare. After another 15 minutes, he was within a few feet of the finish line. That was when the hare woke up from his nap. He realized what had happened and set off running for the mountain as fast as he could. But it was too late. The hare arrived just in time to see the tortoise crossing the finish line before him. So the moral of this story is slow and steady wins the race. Were your predictions correct about who would win the race? Why or why not? Stop the video and share your predictions with someone near you. Who won the race? The tortoise did, right? In this fable, the characters are people or animals? If you said animals, pat yourself on the back, right? Why do the hare and the tortoise decide to even have a race? The hare is boasting and bragging about his speed, right? So the tortoise challenges him to a race. How is the tortoise able to beat the faster animal, the hare? He doesn't run fast. How come he's able to beat him? Because slow and steady usually wins the race, right? Do you see the moral or lesson in this? Tell somebody. All right, my last question. Get ready to pause the video and share with somebody you're sitting near. Could this story really happen? Or is it make-believe? How do you know? All right, last thing we're going to talk about word work. The word we're going to work on today is the word boasting. Let's clap it out. Boasting. Boasting. It has 2 syllables. Boasting. Can you say how you clapped your hands 2 times? Say that word with me. Boasting. Boasting. Good. A person may boast about things that he or she has, such as a special toy, things that they've done, such as winning first place. You might think about the characters in this story as fables that we've been reading, and maybe they were a little bit boastful. The lion was boastful. The hare is a little bit boastful. I want you to think of a complete sentence using the word boasting. The blank was boasting because. Pause the video and share your sentence with somebody you're sitting near. Okay, last question. Do you think the hare might still be boastful after losing the race to the tortoise? What do you think? Share your thoughts with somebody you're sitting close by to. Do you think the tortoise will start being boastful or boasting now that he won the race? I think he might still be kind of humble. I hope you guys had a wonderful day today listening to this story. There's little cartoons of this story that I've seen before, and maybe you've seen them yourself. Thank you for being here with Mrs. Wright today, and I will see you next time. Happy learning.